Tonight on Face Off Hockey Show, third round? What? I don't. What? I don't. Caps? Anyway, there's that. Also, we are also Bears. Well, at least the NAHL is. Another Bears for the Maryland. Bear with us as it's Face Off Hockey Show right now.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
Choose your command. You have chosen
the Face Off Hockey Show.
I mean, hockey is my life. I've got on hockey underwear right now.
The Face Off Hockey Show.
What?
With Scotty Waz. Sean O.
Breakaway. Big shooting
And the P-Boys, Johnny and Mark with the C.
Yeah, baby.
Here's your host for the Face Off Hockey Show, Scotty Waz.
Hey, everybody. What's happening? It's Face Off Hockey Show. I am indeed Scotty Watts. Welcome to another fun-filled episode. I'm joined, as always, by the man on the one and the twos, Johnny B, who is... Johnny, are you as shocked as I am that this thing is going to a third round with the Washington Capitals?
Oops, I didn't even put the camera back on.
It happens. Don't worry.
Yeah. I'm still gonna say I've yet to see an entire hockey game of the playoffs. So I've got that streak going for me. Even Game 6, I had a soccer game during the game, so I went and played soccer. So yeah, I mean, I guess we kind of said this jokingly, right, in the beginning of the season, that this would be the year that everything comes together because the Caps lost $18 million in salary of people that were supposed to do it in the off season.
And there are some times that I wish there was, I don't know, something about the pairing of Brooks Orpik and anybody scares the bejesus out of me.
But God, that Kempny pickup looks fantastic right now, doesn't it?
He is looking stellar. I'm not gonna lie to you. That kid looks freaking great out there. He doesn't look too out of place at all. Very, very, just tight checking. It's tight checking kind of guy. I think he's played super well. So I mean that's a huge pickup. Obviously, Jakub Vrana coming in a big way. Kind of his coming out party, I would say, in terms of just hey, look at me, I'm a star now.
What about that? Little motherfucker Nathan Walker?
That was a good. By the way, could the Caps be a little bit more, liberal with the F word? I mean, this is little motherfucker. Fuck this league. Just fucking score.
I mean,
the list goes on and
Kuzi, I feel like Mark actually said it, I believe, but I'm thinking at this point that Kuzi is like the Washington Capitals spirit animal.
Yeah, no, I'll believe that.
I mean, he just says whatever he's thinking, and no one has a problem with it. The quote about his wife being on vacation was fantastic.
Yeah, but I mean, just the liberal F-bombs just flying all over the place. Gotta love it.
This is when you know they've stopped caring.
Exactly. It's just like, yeah, fuck it. We're playing with house money now. So let's just do it. Do the damn thing. So what?
The whining out of Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Well, what'd you expect? It's Pittsburgh. Very few people I like there, or very few Penn fans that give a shit. I mean, they're fucking...
You would think that for a fan base that actually knows how to win, that losing is something that they could actually handle.
No, it's Pittsburgh. They've lost their entire lives because they live in Pittsburgh. So, I mean, that's a huge portion.
They should know it better then.
You'd think, but alas, here we are.
This is round 2, by the way, of the face-off hockey scotch coming out. I was
Nice.
not expecting 2 rounds of this.
Who was really? Let's be honest. God knows none of us
Mark,
were.
he's the only one that picked it. Mark is on fire right now in our league.
Good for him. Actually, I had Caps as the freaking losing to Nashville.
Oh, all right. Then maybe you and I'm gonna have to find this email and check it out.
Yeah, I don't have the thing around anymore.
Pretty certain I still have the email.
The email.
Ugh.
So yeah, so that's been going on. Caps. We'll be talking more Caps later. We'll be talking some other stuff too. Because boy howdy, there's some ish going down in Maryland hockey, buddy. This name,
Sean Leahy. Sean Leahy's number 1. Sean Leahy's at 136 points right now. Mark is number 2 at 125 points. Lyle is 91 points in 3rd. I am in 4th with an last at 85.
well, you know.
But you did have the Capitals. You also had the Capitals playing the Flyers.
Well, I thought the Flyers.
And then the Capitals playing the Bruins.
Well, listen. At least I got the Bruins right in the second round.
Nashville still has a shot though, and you picked the Vegas Golden Knights, but you just had the Ducks beating the Knights.
Well, you know. I believed in every Southern California team. What can I say?
You can't win them all.
Obviously, this is proof. Be nice to win some, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. Anyway, what'd you do with your week there, champ?
Not a lot, to be honest. I played some soccer. Played 2 soccer games. I had a clean sheet in 1.
Nice.
I got new in-ear monitors. As you can tell, they're bigger than the old ones, so that means they're probably better because size matters.
Mm-hmm.
They are really nice though. I like them. They fit well. Need to get these situated though a little bit, but I like them. They're nice. It's a good Amazon pickup. What else? What else did I do? This has been a random week. Slept a lot. I think I slept a lot.
You think you have an app on your phone that tells you one way or another?
That's true. I do. Let's see how much I slept over the last week here. Garmin Connect.
Did you watch the Derby?
I did watch the Derby. I lost
That's a
$1.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I didn't win. Let's see. Last 7 days, I averaged 8 hours and 48 minutes of sleep.
Just had some good sleep.
Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. Did watch the Derby. I went to a Cinco de Mayo party and had some Corona lights. Yeah. It was a pretty uneventful week for me. Outside of the Caps winning on Monday night and coming home and after Monday night we went out to the bar that's near the soccer field beforehand. Me, Matthew P. Death, Esquire, and one of the girls from our soccer team, Lara. Watched the first couple periods, then went to play soccer. After the soccer game, I picked up my phone and I was like, and it's in overtime. Imagine that. I decided that I had to go to the bathroom before driving home, which was a smart idea. I walked into the bar, and that was right at the point where Ovechkin was passing the puck to Kuznetsov, and he was heading up the ice to score his, I think it's 413th 5-hole goal on Matt Murray this round. And then the hilarity ensues.
It took me a minute for him to see it was a goal. I thought it was under Murray's pads. And then I heard everyone.
I think a lot of people did. Even John Walton. I have John Walton's call on my phone. I don't think we're allowed to use it though.
I don't know if we are.
I mean, what's the worst thing that happens? We're just gonna get tagged for something that's not monetary in the first place, right?
That's true. Or they can mute our audio. I've had that happen.
Oh no.
So, but yeah, I thought it was in Murray's pads, and I hear the bench erupt, and then I see like Kuznetsov do the little eagle thing, and I'm like, oh, okay. Guess that's it. Guess they scored then.
Yeah, it wasn't the NBCSN did a really cool thing last night. They were going through the preview of the next round, against the Bolts, and they showed every angle of Kuznetsov's goal that you could get from the arena. So it was pretty interesting. It was cool. It was like 2 minutes long, also.
Wow.
Which means there are a shit ton of cameras in a hockey arena.
There is. Well, NBC goes all out for these games. You know that as well as I do.
Yeah. Well, you have like the on ice. You have the one underneath of the jumbotron. You have cameras everywhere.
You got two. You got one in the net, one in each net, and then one like on the dasher boards, and then none of them can see if a puck crosses the line. So
True.
I mean, let's be honest here. By the way, very weird that there's no hockey 2 nights in a row. Thanks to, I guess, building issues. I don't know what the hell the problem was. Yeah, I don't know why
Why
they're
aren't they play until tomorrow night?
I don't know. Like that's the weird thing. Though
Well,
I saw
they played last night, right?
no, they played Monday
What?
because they were the game after the Caps.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because NBC didn't show any of the Caps like actual celebration or anything, or like the whole line of the handshakes. Almost, it was basically like, and let's go to the Jets Nashville game.
Exactly. Oh my! I've got to wipe my Pittsburgh tears. We'll get to that in the Patreon pick, kids. Don't you worry. We'll figure out this stupid goddamn NBCS and NBC in general is the worst. There's like 8 more years left on this contract too. It's like fuck. Can you do?
How was your week? Was it better than my week?
Probably not. We
for the Caps winning the second, beating the Penguins.
yeah, that was like the high point. Went bowling on Sunday. I think Jen and I are going to go bowling like once a week, or at least try to, just to get off our asses.
Nice.
Yeah, just did a little
You got
shopping.
balls.
It's true. Did a little shopping here and there, just driving around on. If you follow Jen on Twitter,
Just
at any
driving in your new
just
car.
driving in the new car, sunroof, why not? Yeah, if you follow Jen's Twitter, and if you're not, what the hell's wrong with you? At NHL History Girl, you saw today we had to put the cat down. Our cat Heartsy had to passed away today peacefully. He's been hurting for a while. He's on like the highest pain medication, highest anxiety medication, and still just wasn't reacting to it, and just being very distant, being very aggressive towards Jen and myself. It's weirder for Jen because it was Jen's cat. I mean, I could see him being an asshole to me. I am the interloper here. But yeah, he had to be put down, and we did that not more than 2 hours ago as we're recording this. So it's been kind of ended on a shitty note. But a lot of good times with that little cat, and yeah, we'll do some stuff. You know, it's weird. Cremation and weird is weird, and knowing that you have to put an animal down or anybody down, like if you have to pull the plug, it's a weird sensation. Yeah. Well, yeah, if you have to make the choice of pulling the plug on someone, it's a weird situation.
I think it's harder for pets though, because they can't even like talk to you to be like make the decision. Damn it,
right? Exactly.
Like I think it's harder for that.
Yeah, and I mean, it's like if you could communicate to us what's wrong, we could get you fixed. But it's a point where it's like, even if we did surgery, who knows if he would listen, and he can't, doesn't understand human words, so it could make it worse. And there is a problem if we did get the surgery for him, it wouldn't take. and he'd be, because it's degenerative, so it's just as in his genes. So yeah, it was a weird build up, and just the whole situation of being there when it happened was very surreal. So it was a buzzkill today, but he's not in any pain anymore. I mean, thank God for that.
That's good.
It's kind of hard seeing him labor around just the house and stuff like that. And he chased a crow off today on the deck, so that was a big win for him. So he got one more win in, so that's really good for him. But that's it's kind of a downer, and the way to end the week is get that and picking out urns and just signing paperwork and all this other stuff. Ugh. So it is what it is. He was a good boy, and who knows if we'll get a successor for him, or when, or if, or how, or whatever. So yeah, fun times.
You should get an eagle.
All right, should get an eagle.
Koozie.
Be fantastic. There's enough that we can get some around here. Just have him sit out on the deck. It'd be great. Not to do much.
Scare away the crows.
Exactly. Scare away the damn crows. Fantastic. So yeah, other than that, yeah, bowling and just a little shopping around. Not really much. Jen's doing finals stuff, so end of semester for her, so she's kind of doing that and focused on that. So
nice.
A lot of hockey, a lot of final stuff, and yeah, a lot of life stuff. All right. Let's get to what we're good at. That's injury reports.
Play music?
Yeah, hit that music, brother.
I just dropped in to see what condition my condition was in.
What condition my...
So Vander, obviously it's the end of the year. You got some people coming out with their injuries. Blah, blah, blah. For the Sharks, Evander Kane was playing with a separated shoulder and a sprained MCL injury. He was out a couple games due to suspension and because of the injury. It was also, I think I saw that Joe Thornton had an ACL and MCL tear during the season and played through it a little bit.
Yeah, but it was in the opposite knee.
Oh, that makes it better.
Now both his knees are fucked.
Yeah, exactly. So, Jesus Christ. I wonder if that's gonna make him come back. If it's the end. My only friend, the end.
The end of the story.
Yeah. Closing time for Joe Thornton. What else? Oh yeah, Nicky Backstrom. He is day-to-day. He's still playing. He's day-to-day. He's got a hand injury. He didn't play Game 6, but obviously this 4-day gap in between. They'll start playing the conference on Friday, right? Yeah, the 11th. At Amalie Arena, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Tampa. They'll be playing Tampa. Is it weird that I don't care who wins the cup now that Pittsburgh's out? Like, I would love the Caps to win it, but I don't hate any other team as much as I hate the Penguins. Is that wrong? Probably not. Anyway, Zach Werenski, the blue liner for the Columbus Blue Jackets, he has had shoulder surgery and he is out 5 to 6 months. So a little rotator cuff tear ski, and he is going to be gone for a bit. Also, it was revealed that the Devils had like a 3-for-1 deal. Taylor Hall had hand surgery to repair torn ligaments. He sustained the injury in late December and had 57 points in the final 40 games. So it shows you that he had, it was a long December for him, but he got through it.
It's not bad, though.
It's not bad. It's not terrible. It's actually really good. It's really good, I would think. Corey Schneider had torn cartilage in his left hip removed. Expected recovery time for that 5 months. That deal's not looking so great for them.
No. Kincaid.
Yeah.
He's the greatest goalie ever.
And they also have Mackenzie Blackwood in the minors with a bitchin' name.
Eddie has chimed in on the chat to say that the Brad Marchand hat trick is a goal, an assist, and a kiss.
That's true. Not even a kiss, just like a lick. Like,
I almost feel like the lick is more offensive.
I think so. The kiss, it's like it's over and done with. The lick, it's just like ugh, like it's like a trail. Also, Patrick Maroon underwent surgery for herniated disc, but he is a free agent. Who cares about him? There we go. Like Eddie alluded to, it's funny. Brad Marchand said, "I need to cut that shit out." Like that was something he needed to be told.
Yeah, right.
Like,
I mean,
how
I
do
put
you?
it on Twitter, right? In no other league in the entire world would this be allowed to occur 4 times before anybody talked to the guy. Like, this has to be akin to spitting on somebody, right?
Oh yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
It has to. I think I'm pausing on here.
You are glitching out a bit.
Yeah.
So I thought it was my computer. I'm like, no, everything's running smooth. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's Brad Marchand problem. Like, oh, I got skill. I think I'm at my skill. Yes, stupid. Stop licking people. Anyway, weird start time, May 19th. May 19th, is that Preakness Day? Yep, it's
I believe
Preakness
so.
Day. Preakness Day. Cap start time 6:15. 6:15 Central Time, I guess. 8
Yeah,
p.m.
I thought
East.
all the games were at 8 p.m.
8 p.m. except that
Oh.
game. It's 7:15. Because Saturday Night Live, I'm sure. You got to get Saturday Night Live in.
Obviously. You got to
Yeah.
do that hockey.
Yeah, so there we go. Rest in peace to Bill Torrey, who was the architect of the New York Islanders dynasty and also built the Florida Panthers team. Hell of a guy. Look at Lyle's take on him, because Lyle actually saw that team develop, and then what he did with the Panthers. Even now, like he was helping out with the Panthers there, showing what's his nut how to use a fax machine. Dale Talon, going from there. So 83 years young, big hole in the hockey community. So there we go. Johnny, you know we have a Patreon. Do you know that?
We do.
We do. Patreon.com/faceoffhockeyshow. You can go and you can be like Brian or Damon or Mark or Trista, Matthew, Ethan, Chris, Mitch, Angela, and Sean. They all contribute. They went to patreon.com/faceoffhockeyshow to select one of the tier groups. If you're in one of the special tier groups, you get to pick a topic. We give you 2 topics. You guys get to pick one. This week, Johnny, unanimous decision. It was all about that sweet NBC hockey coverage and how God terrible it is. Oh, was it bad?
I'm going to start by saying that I'm pretty certain that we're watching the demise of Jeremy Roenick live on air.
Oh,
like
dude.
we can literally see the CTE like kicking in.
Wow.
Because like he's just the shit that he's doing now, I have no idea. I'm the Jets thing was tame compared to wrestling the alligators, but my God.
I'm glad they finally realized he's worthless anywhere else except for douchebag on the street. I am utterly prepared for him to just go completely idiotic.
I will say that I definitely appreciated him running over and hugging Catherine Tappan after the U.S. women's team won in the shootouts.
Yeah, that was something else. What the hell is going on outside?
I don't think she saw it coming, but...
Well, no, and then I'm pretty sure NBC is just like, listen, we just had Matt Lauer fired because of this. Jeremy, figure it out, buddy. And honestly, I don't get the people's love for Doc Emmerich. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm that guy. I don't like Doc Emmerich. Full stop. Period. Like it's.
Yeah, but so does our hatred of Doc Emmerich stem from the fact that everything Penguins is gold?
No,
or is that just the way we hear it? Because I despise Jack Edwards, but the reason I despise Jack Edwards is because he's an asshole.
Right, but he's supposed to be. He's hired by the team
Right.
to work for Nesson. It's the
Yes.
national broadcast. And I don't think it's because I hated Gary Thorne when he did ESPN.
So you just think he's trying too hard?
I think I'll put it this way. Doc Emmerich does the same shtick Pierre Maguire does, but Pierre Maguire gets a lot more grief because of it.
Yeah. But Pierre Maguire's just creepy sometimes.
Well, I mean, Doc Emmerich is creepy too. Just all the weird stuff he says about the cities and just, it's like, oh my.
But he's not on TV that often.
No.
Like, he's just a voice, really. Like, you can disassociate Doc Emmerich from the person Doc Emmerich. You only get to see him, like, in intermissions and before games and whatnot.
True.
I think they, like, send it down to Pierre, and Pierre's standing there, like, nose deep in Mike Sullivan's massive dome. Like, he was extremely close for some reason, and I had no idea why.
But we knew that about Pierre. Creepy close.
But
Pierre.
I also didn't realize that Mike Sullivan's head is as big as it is.
That's
it's
true.
insanely big.
It's large. That's not a normal head.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think that I'm going to say that on the Doc Emmerich front, that Doc Emmerich became famous for doing the goal call that quite literally annoys the shit out of people. And that's what he does now. That's what he's known for, is that, like, he scores thing.
That's true. I don't like Doc Emmerich. I never have. I never will. I didn't like him before the Penguins thing. I didn't like him on ESPN. I didn't like him on ABC. I did not like him, period. Gary Thorne the same way.
I will not like him in a tree.
Exactly. I will not like him on NBC. It's like I hated Gary Thorne and his Thorngasms every time, the Red Wings were on TV. I mean, maybe it is the thing, but Gary Thorne was never the broadcaster he was not from Detroit, I don't think.
He was the broadcaster for the Stars.
Right.
Now he's the Orioles broadcaster.
Exactly. So I'm fine with him. Because Jim Palmer's there hawking underwear still. It's really weird. But I mean, I don't like the Brian Boucher is good. I think Patrick Sharp is.
I will say that. What were you going to say? I was going to say that I liked Patrick Sharp a lot.
I like Patrick Sharp, if not a little bit quiet and a little bit creepy when he speaks, but he's really good.
He's a little quiet. He's
Yeah.
definitely. You can tell that, like, he's not a TV person.
Yes, absolutely.
Right,
But
like he's obviously still a player, and that they were like, "Here's a microphone, do things." But he's
good.
Can explain things going on in games more efficiently, I believe, or better than anybody else. Better than Keith Jones and the normal group. Milbury can can do whatever the hell he wants at this point. I don't give a shit anymore. Anson Carter, I like a lot. He's good. But yeah, isn't it always? I feel like it's just like the more recent players, that have been good.
Yeah,
actually, Catherine Tappan's pretty good too.
Catherine Tappan is great as a host. She is perfect for that role. I think
she's good at lobbing questions to the rest of the group.
She sets it up perfectly. I think I like her a little bit better than Liam McHugh. For some reason, Liam McHugh bugs me.
Liam McHugh has that, like, douchey, like, look at me vibe to him.
He has a weird cadence. He's like, well, now we're going to go, and like a sly creep. I don't know. So here's the full-time people that are on NBC right now, according to everything perfect that is Wikipedia. And Johnny, I will say the name. You say keep or let go. Mike Emmerich.
Go.
Yep, I'm with you. Eddie Olczyk.
I'm good with Eddie Olczyk.
I like Eddie. I think Eddie is good.
I feel like Eddie does a good crossover too. He's fantastic. He was great on the Kentucky Derby coverage.
He's very, very versatile. That man. Pierre Maguire.
go. He can be the Wild GM.
I would love for him to get a GM job. I think his out front personality is too much. Cameras on him. He's Showtime.
But God, wouldn't it be amazing at the draft when he starts giving out like he's like, where are you? He's like, we're with the 16th pick of the draft. The Wild would like to take. He played his bantam hockey in Saskatchewan for the Saskatchewan Chiefs, and from there made his way up. Most recently playing in the WHL with the Calgary Hitmen.
It's great because they wouldn't need that voiceover guy to do the recap of his career. Pierre can do it just there from the podium.
It would be like 45 seconds of his life.
Be perfect. The guy would be up there by the time he finally announces his name.
Actually, I would enjoy that. I'm not gonna lie. I'd enjoy that a lot.
Brian Boucher.
Keep.
I love Boucher.
I like Brian Boucher.
Good. He's a good guy. Substitute studio host Dave Briggs. Don't know enough about him.
I don't know. I have no idea who that is.
Perfect. Liam McHugh.
I say wash.
Yeah, I would say
advantage
give or
push.
take. Give or take.
There are no winners here.
Mike Milbury.
He can go. He can be Pierre's assistant GM.
That'd be perfect. Jonesy, Keith Jones.
I'm gonna go push on Jones as well. There's some nights where I like him. There's some nights where I can't stand him, but he never has a hair out of place.
It's true. He looks phenomenal. I'm keeping him because he's a Baltimore skipjack. Catherine Tappan.
Keep.
Jeremy Roenick.
I'm going to say keep, but only in the capacity of him wrestling alligators and such.
Perfect. Mark, keep or get rid of Jeremy Roenick on the NBC broadcast?
Keep, because especially if we're getting Milbury, we need someone with hot takes.
We have already we've ousted Milbury in our perfect world equation.
Okay, yeah, then keep, because you gotta have somebody who upsets the balance a little bit.
It's true. And then we have the Spanish language team of Andres Cantor and Rene Giraldo.
You always keep Andreas Cantor.
Of course. Always.
No
And
matter
forever.
what, he could be reading a menu, and I'm going to keep him on whatever channel I'm watching.
So now the part-time guys, Kenny Albert.
I'm cool with it.
I like Kenny Albert, former
I
skipjack.
need more yeses.
Yes. Joe Micheletti. Not really a Micheletti guy.
I
honestly.
like Joe.
I can give or take him.
I
I'm
like
a push.
Joe. I feel like Mark and I watched Joe Micheletti when we were kids, watching the Flyers games with my grandfather in Philly.
Mhm.
I'm pretty certain he did Flyers games when we were young.
You are correct. Mark, Joe Micheletti,
I'm in.
and Anson Carter. I'm all for keeping him.
All in. Yeah, Anson's the man.
Let me see.
I'm down.
Actually, I kind of want to. I'm gonna say that I'm gonna keep Roenick now as well, just so that they finally air Ruben with Roenick.
Yeah, that could be the next bit they do. Darren Drager, I'm give or take with him. He's just there
Yeah, I
because
don't
TSN
care.
doesn't have coverage. A lot of these guys are just like substitute guys, like Gordon Miller, Chris Cuthbert, Ray Farrar, Brian Ingblom. Not really any other major personalities. So yeah, I mean the big ones, yeah, are basically the Emmerich. Mark, what are your take on Mike Emmerich? I am not one to like Doc Emmerich. What are your thoughts on him?
I think he's. They need to start giving up on the Doc being the number one guy,
Yeah.
because he's a good broadcaster, but I feel like almost every single hockey fan hates hearing him call games.
Yeah,
I don't know anyone who enjoys watching Doc Emmerich call a game except for people who haven't been watching him for the last 10 years.
right. No, I wholly agree with that.
And that's not to say that he's a bad announcer. It's just you gotta mix it up. Oh,
It's
yeah,
overkill.
exactly. He does every big game, every game.
Oh my. All right. So is there anything like okay? So there's that commentary wise. Just the idea, like the schedule was one of the biggest points of contention in terms of NBC not having staggered games, or why is a game on this and then there's a break here and then this, that, and the other. Is there a way to schedule it probably a lot better? Sure, I bet. But at what point do you like stagger it too much and all this other horse shit? Overall, I don't know if I'm happy. I mean, NBC hasn't reinvented the wheel, and neither is Sportsnet for that matter in Canada. Is there anything to reinvent the wheel for NBC to make hockey broadcast decent again?
NBC has enough stations though. Like I know that there was games on the Golf Network and whatnot, right?
Was it like Premier League Championship Sunday even being put on Oxygen? Like it's like every NBC.
So this game, yeah, this weekend is Premier League. It's the last weekend of the Premier League, and it's considered Championship Sunday. All 20 teams play one last game. Teams like Stoke and West Brom will not be in the Premier League next season. They still have their last game, their 38th game of the season. They all play at the same time, 10 a.m., and they play on 10 different channels in the NBC network. It's like NBC, CNBC, MSNBC, USA, Oxygen, Bravo,
Jesus,
NBC proper, NBC Sports.
Good God.
And I think I'm missing one.
Univision. Everything Comcast owns.
Actually, you might be right. There may be I think I'm missing one. But yeah. So this weekend there will be quite literally 10 games going on at exactly the same time, and you can watch all of them.
Absurd. It's absurd.
So I don't think that there's an issue with the times. I think that people more than likely will watch what they want to watch. Right? Like the Caps and Penguins are on and the Nashville Jets are on at the same time. I'm going to choose which series I want to watch. And there's not going to be that issue next round. There's only a game every other night.
Yeah.
At best. So I don't know. I don't know how you make schedules better in the playoffs. I feel like time zones come into play. I mean, I'm not going to lie, just purely out of extremely selfish reasons for myself. I would love to watch some of the West Coast games at 7 p.m. Eastern time. On like a Saturday, instead of the Caps playing at 3 p.m. on Saturday, why was it not the like Vegas Golden Knights playing like a 1 p.m. game or a 3 p.m. game or something that started at like 6 o'clock here or 5 o'clock here?
Yeah, well,
they did. Why don't they do stuff like that?
Well, they did. Yeah, last Saturday they did that, but that was like a 7 o'clock East game, and it was 4 o'clock in Vegas on Saturday because they were the ones, or in San Jose because it went 2 overtimes. Or was it I don't know, something, but it was late. What I'm getting at. By the way, if you're scoring at home or even if you're alone, it's NBC, NBCSN, MSNBC, CNBC, Oxygen, E, USA, Sci-Fi, Bravo, and the Olympic Channel.
Oh, wow.
So
I forgot about the Olympic Channel. The Olympic Channel was a great ad to Fios.
Yeah. So there we go.
I forgot all about the Olympic Channel. I bet you Stoke is on the Olympic Channel.
Probably. So in summation, there's nothing to end this NBC juggernaut. It's going to be that way. People apparently love Doc Emmerich. I'm sick of him.
Doesn't it also stem to the fact, though, that really NBC doesn't give a shit what people think? Because you have to watch them.
Well, who knows now with this with watch ESPN and ESPN Plus, they're going to be doing NHL games. So if people start to cut the cord too much, then NBC Plus will have some games, or NBC Plus, ESPN Plus will have some games. You can watch it that way, or NHL TV.
Yeah. Even if you cut the cord, though, you could still. Yeah. I will say, and I brought up Jack Edwards earlier. Like, I can't stand the guy, but he did have a good point in saying that during the playoffs, a lot of people want to listen to local sound, I guess, announcers. Why isn't there like a premium or something, like where you can just pay for the playoffs and pay like $20 or whatever it is, $10 a round or $5 a round or something, and get your local calls of your local announcers instead of the NBC announcers? But the Capitals fans already do that because we just set up our Alexa to play Caps 24/7 and we put it in sync with the video.
There you go.
Well, yes, but
For free.
I mean, a subscription like that for the playoffs, you got to think about it. It's not just Joe B and Craig Laughlin. It's the entire production team. Unless you change up the way that they're doing the games, you're not just paying for their time, you're paying for everybody's time.
Well, I mean, NBC during the first round basically took CSN Washington's feed and put their announcers over top of it, and it was a weird situation.
Yeah, there are actually a lot of situations in the world, like the World Cup doesn't have any actual footage for the people that, like, ESPN doesn't send people to get camera views, or Fox. I think Fox has the World Cup. It's actually a world feed. Everybody gets the same video packages, and there are just different announcers in every country.
Yep. But I mean, with NBC, like, I understand what you're saying. Like, Mark's got a point. Like, you're sending, like, if you want the local thing, you can have the guys. You got to pay them differently. But at that point, it's just like, well, what's NBC's? Why is NBC paying all this money for that? That's in their contract. Where the first round can be localized and you can get it on NHL TV. But other than that, no, we take control after the first round because we want our guys.
Sorry,
maybe he was just saying that it's radio.
Well, why don't you just put Joe B with and Craig Laughlin, have them switch over to the radio broadcast with, and do it with what's his name?
John Walton.
Yeah,
John Walton. And I mean, there is credence to say why people want local flavor. I mean, look at the John Walton call. Like, that call of the Kuznetsov goal was fantastic. Like, it was he didn't even know it was in either.
It was much better than Doc Emmerich.
Yeah, exactly. Doc Emmerich felt sad because he can't go to Permane Brothers anymore this year until the offseason.
So, John Walton was on NHL Network the next night, and they asked him about the call, and he pretty much said no one in the arena knew that it was in the goal. And then Ben Raby started punching him in the arm, and that was the point. That was the point where John Walton was like, "He scored!" He's like, it just
because
started,
the goal light
crazy.
didn't even go off.
No, so he was like, everybody basically had to wait because they thought it was underneath of Murray's pads, and then Ben Raby, like when the whole bench went nuts, Ben Raby just started punching him in the arm. Apparently,
yeah. Well, why wouldn't he? At that point, Jesus.
Well, if you notice, every official package pretty much that has the highlights always seems to use the radio call for big moments as opposed to the national broadcast. So when the NHL puts packages together, or some other media outlet puts packages together, typically they'll use the video from wherever you get the video from, and then the local radio call for whatever team did the thing.
I wonder if it's cheaper to do it that way, just in terms of rights, the audio rights.
Yeah.
To an NBC keeping that rather than the league. An interesting point. All right. So burn NBC to the ground, get ESPN Plus, and there you go. You'll see Greg Wyshynski on Outside the Lines, which is the weirdest fucking thing ever.
It did.
But Outside the Lines is such a, like, I feel like it's such a serious show, and Greg is such a goofball. I don't know how.
I'm just like, why is he not breaking down the Brad Marchand licking incident?
Yeah, what were they talking about, and why was Greg a subject matter expert?
Well, they were talking about the Vegas Golden Knights, and because Greg is doing like cross country travel and all that, they're like, hey, Greg's been to Vegas a lot of times. He's probably lost a lot at the craps table. He probably knows about the Golden Knights, and goes from there.
We should get Greg a copy of Conquering Casino Craps.
Oh, we should.
To the draft.
It'd be great. All right, to some other news. Rod Brind'Amour is the new Carolina Hurricanes head coach. A week after I said, "Wow, that's probably not going to happen."
Yeah.
Thomas Dundon said, "Dundon." He said, Thomas SVU said, "The culture is going to change because we're going to change it. I know I can do it. I know Rod can do it because he's done it." Has he?
What?
Has he?
What does that even mean?
He hasn't done it. He hasn't done it at all. You just hired a guy. You're Edmonton Oilerings this thing in a big way. I think I heard a quote today, Rod Brind'Amour saying, "I wish we had 20 Justin Williams. Yeah, we beat slow, but we win games." No. I don't think that happens.
I don't know. I think Justin Williams made a couple saves when he was on the Caps.
That's true. He probably made as many saves as Scott Darling did. Yeah, Rod Brind'Amour.
But what is that? So what does that say about the Hurricanes? Like 2 weeks ago, they were like, "We're going to hire everybody in the world. We're going to talk to everybody. We're going to hire the best." And then they're like, "All right, so we picked these guys that were already working for us."
All right, so guys, listen. We're going ahead and we're going to hire our assistant coach. What?
Here's the thing.
But we still have a great GM out there, right? We can bring in a really great... Hold on.
Foreseeable future, Don Waddell, everybody.
Listen, guys, we thought long and hard about this, and we went with the people who knew our players the best. I mean, we had an open interview. Everybody came in, but Rod Brind'Amour just seemed to know more about our players than the rest of the people did.
I'm going to level with you guys. Rod Brind'Amour was here 5 hours early for his interview and left 6 hours later. He's a workhorse. I think Rod Brind'Amour is going to hate this team because they don't work hard or as hard as he did. There lies the hook. It's going to be fun to see. I don't think it's going to work out, but I think it's going to be a hilarious thing to see.
Is this going to be a Dale Hunter coaching situation?
I think it's going to be an Adam Oates coaching situation. I think Adam Oates was much more tragic than Dale Hunter. So, boy, what a piece of work this is. Jim Montgomery was also hired by the Dallas Stars as new head coach. Montgomery coming from after a collegiate career with the University of Maine Black Bears. Foreshadowing. He took on the Denver Pioneers, won a championship with them. All right, let's do this. The Maryland NAHL team has announced their name. The Maryland Black Bears, everybody, are officially part of the NAHL. Hashtag we are also Bears. Well, and the logo of the team, some have described it as saying it's as if Jen described it as if the Minnesota Wild logo fucked an SB Nation logo. And
actually, I don't have a problem with the logo.
The logo looks okay.
I'm gonna say that Black Bears are gonna be out of place in Crofton.
Odenton, sir.
Same place.
Here's the logo. Here's the Maryland Black Bears logo. Like I said, SB Nation blog banged the Minnesota Wild secondary logo.
You can see that.
That's effectively like. I mean, like I said, I don't have a problem with the logo. The logo is basically like, all right, how many standard clip arts can I put into one thing?
The coloring is nice. The logo is basic. The reason why it's Black Bears and not something awesome like Crabs is because the ownership group is called Black Bear Sports Group. So they just stole their logo from their corporate company, put it in front of some trees, made it orange, black, yellow, and red, or yellow, black, white, and red. No orange. So if you combine red and yellow, it's orange. Something. And then they're like, hey, SB Nation's got some good logos. Let's throw that there.
Where did the shooting stars come from?
That's about as good an answer I can give you.
And where do trees? There's no trees that look like that grow in Maryland.
I don't know. I see them on like West stops going to
we
like.
Could ask Dan. Dan knows where some trees like that are.
I think if you go to enough KOA resorts, you go to enough KOA things. Did I just hide that?
Are there black bears? Is there a black bear population in the Koa campground that is down at right at the bottom there of 32 and 97, like right on the way to
right by around Benfield, kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, the official mammal. Maryland doesn't actually have an official mammal, apparently.
Really?
Yeah, Maryland does not have. I brought up this Wikipedia list of U.S. state mammals. The American black bear is actually the state mammal of Alabama.
Interesting.
Yep.
According to a census that was taken like 7 years ago,
and Louisiana,
of course,
and New Mexico.
Right.
What? Wait, what?
Yeah.
So, according to a census that was taken in 2011, Maryland is home to more than 2,000 adult and subadult black bears, mostly residing in Garrett and Allegheny counties. Also, Frederick and Washington counties having some as well. So, Western Maryland.
So, extremely close to Odenton.
So, yeah, exactly. You might as well have called them the Roadrunners. But I understand. I get it. The logo, the jersey possibilities are going to be epic.
I mean, they could have at that point. They could have called them like the like Maryland Bay Bridges for all I cared.
That's true.
Like
the interesting part is it was brought up by the ever talented, ever popular McCall.
Now, I do have a weird question though.
Okay.
Do you get Under Armour to make the jerseys for this team, and do you have 4 different colors?
It was announced today also that K1 Sportswear is named exclusive jersey supplier of the NHL. So Under Armour out.
The NHL?
Yeah, the NHL.
K1.
K1.
Oh, no. I thought that was close. I thought that was the company that made the Blast jerseys, but I don't think it is.
They do make a lot of minor league and sub-pro or lower pro jerseys. It was brought to my attention, though, by McCall that the NAHL has already three names that have bear in the name or some kind of bear substitute. You have the Austin Bruins in Austin, Minnesota. You have the Kenai River Brown Bears. So you got that. That's a thing. And then you also have, where's the third one?
Wait, is Kenai River the name of the town, or is their mascot the River Brown Bear?
Oh, that's a great question. I think it's Kenai River is the town.
Okay.
And then also the Minnesota Wilderness has a bear as their logo. Yeah, so there's a lot of bear. We are also bears, is what Maryland's saying. And we're bringing that hashtag back, aren't we, guys?
Are they in the bear division?
That'd be great if they were. The bear subdivision. Kenai River is in Alaska. It's the longest river in the Kenai Peninsula of South Central.
Hold on. There's going to be a team that has to travel from Alaska at some point during the season to play the Maryland Black Bears, and they're going to get to Piney Orchard and be super disappointed.
Well, first off, there's two teams.
But there's $700,000 worth of improvements, Mark.
Yeah.
There's 2 teams in Alaska, which I'm shocked as well. Also, no, because the furthest west that anyone that the The furthest west that the brown bears or black bears are going to go. God damn it, it's going to be so tough. That the crabs, the furthest the crabs are going to go is the Midwest. Like they're not going to play much out of their conference, so they might.
You don't want to buy crabs off of the East Coast. That's why.
No. They'll stay in their little locale. These 6 other teams, maybe make some other things, but they're not going that far. I think I was talking I talked to Ryan Scott last week, who's a VP at the Black Street Holdings, which is the parent company of the Black Bear Sports. There's a lot of fucking acronyms. I was talking to him, and he said that the furthest west we'll go is when we have that first like development tournament that they have every year in Blaine, Minnesota. And he said we're probably not going to go further west than that. I'm like, well, you guys, and hope you guys enjoy playing Wilkes-Barre Scranton all the time. So
no diggity,
no doubt.
Black Street Holdings.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. Play on, playa. Well, I guess I like the way they've worked it. I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's been a weird, like Black Bears. Like why? Oh, here we go.
Tiny Orchard put in a new sound system. Maybe that's what we're missing.
No, I don't think it is. So here we go. The press release brought out by the NAHL, the newest expansion team in the NAHL, located in Odenton, Maryland, has officially announced their name and revealed the logo. Maryland Black Bears will be there. The team's red, white, black, and yellow color scheme is a tribute to the Maryland state flag, a widely recognized symbol in the Chesapeake region. What the fuck is the Chesapeake region?
What? Hold on. Oh, hold on. We might want to. So this might take a while. So we might want to bring Lyle in.
All right,
and we can keep talking.
Lyle joins us now for this Black Bear fun. Hi, Lyle.
How in the fuck is the Maryland flag only recognized in the Chesapeake region?
I don't know who put out this.
Behind me the entire fucking show.
I don't know who put out this press release, but they're fucking great. I love it.
For God's sake, I know that that's the Maryland flag, and it's because it's behind Johnny the entire fucking show. That's how I learned what the flag. That and your incredible fashion sense, Scotty.
Of course, gotta support the team.
And I'm not saying that to mock. I'm just saying it as a fact.
So
what exactly is the Chesapeake region, by the way? Is that just Maryland
I think it's
and like
Maryland,
Lower
Virginia,
Maryland and Northern Virginia? Because I'm pretty certain that the
Delaware.
two states that the Chesapeake hits probably understand what the Maryland flag looks like.
Oh God, yeah, I think Maryland as a school, the Chesapeake colonies are Virginia and Maryland. That's all they were.
My God.
It's widely known. Yeah, no, University of Maryland doesn't have a football or basketball team. Boy, I don't know who wrote this press release, but they're my favorite person in the world. So the invite camp, pre-draft camp is May 25th and 27th at Hamilton Township, New Jersey, which is in the Trenton-Princeton area. Pre-draft camp is in Chicago, Illinois, at Center Ice of DuPage. And then open camp for the Maryland Black Bears, June 22nd to 24th in Rockville. Throw it up, the Rock, Rockville Ice Arena. Main camp is invite only, and that's to be determined. So, you're in the Rockville area, go hang out and see what the Black Bears are going to look like.
Well, they'll always be crabs to us,
dude. Like, why? I understand why they did it. I wrote in my piece. I understand why they did it. The team's
just lazy though.
Yes, but it's hashtag branding. They're owned by Black Bear Sports Group Incorporated and Piney Orchard Equity LLC. Of course, Black Bears is you're not gonna name the Maryland Pines. I don't think there's pine trees in Maryland. I'm not sure. I'll have to go back on that. But here we are.
If there's a place called Piney Orchard, I sure as fuck hope that there are pine trees in Maryland.
Hope to God.
Not a pine tree,
or at least an orchard of pine trees somewhere.
Yes, but a group of pine trees is not called an orchard. That doesn't make sense. If it was apples,
no, of course
an
not.
orchard has to bear fruit, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Piney Orchard. That's like when they were naming the new junior high when I was a kid, and somebody came up with the name Maple Grove. Sounds nice. Problem? No fucking maple trees anywhere. But it's Maple Grove Education Center, not Maple Grove Junior High. No, Maple Grove Education Center. Yes. So we're going to send our children to an education center where there are no maples in a grove.
Well, listen, Lyle, let's think of all that jazz in Utah that they have.
Oh, absolutely. Of course. Yeah. If Utah is renowned for anything, it's jazz, baby. Yeah.
Polygamy, a close second.
You ain't lived till you've heard Mormon jazz. Yeah.
But the Utah Wives doesn't have the same ring.
Hold on. when I think most likely to be a jazz musician, I think polygamy. You know?
I think white Mormons when I think jazz. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If they would have definitely gone with Utah blues, I feel like that would have been more apropos.
The Utah Magic Diapers. Yeah. Oh yeah. There you go. We're all living large. By the way, I have brought down some Glenfiddich for this tonight because I know, yes, the face-off hockey scotch would be out.
The face-off hockey scotch is back for round 2.
For round
uncharted territory.
Because y'all are
This is uncharted territory for the. Well, this is also the first time I've been drinking the face-off hockey scotch.
You two, you three. I mean, you guys were all chillins when the last time the Caps got this far. Were you not?
I was 15 years old, and I was coming back from.
I was in college.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I don't know why I thought you guys were younger than that. But anyway,
no, we were born in '83. Wow, maybe you're thinking you're younger than you are.
That's it.
That's projecting onto us.
55 going on 30. That's me. Yeah.
Sure. No. Exactly.
Sure. Whatever. Yeah.
I was in college, but I wasn't old enough to actually be in a bar, so I had to literally talk myself into staying in the bar. I believe what I told the bartender looked at me and was like, "Can I see your ID?" And I was like, "Sure, but I'm not 21." And he goes, "You don't have a fake?" And I go, "I'm 4'11" and weigh 115 pounds.
Fair point.
He's like, "Point taken." And I go, and he goes, "Well, you can't be here though because it's after, like, whatever time in the bar. If I didn't have like a fake ID." And I was like, "Okay, well that's cool and all, but if I leave, the 20 people that I'm with are leaving as well. We're here to watch the Caps game." And he goes, "What do you want to drink?"
Yeah.
There you go. Nothing like bringing a bunch of customers with you to make them see your way of thinking.
So face-off hockey scotch is poured. There may be a little bit too much in there. Not exactly sure.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. It's fine.
I'm gonna throw the 2 metal balls and the 2 stones in, like I did at the beginning of last series.
Why not? You might as well.
Hey, don't change the luck. Don't change the luck.
So Lyle, you've seen this logo, right? You've seen the logo for the Maryland Black Bears. Have you not?
Show it to me again, please.
Okay, I'll show it to you.
Please throw it up on the Scottish
Describe Scottish Screen Share brought to you by no one. So Lyle, it has been described by my significant other that this is when the Minnesota Wild logo fucks the SB Nation logo. This is the child that comes out.
It's a good-looking bear.
That's a fine bear.
I must say, it's a good-looking bear.
It's a fine bear. It's a fine bear for the 2000 Black Bears are in Western Maryland.
I didn't know that you were an expert on the aesthetics of bears.
Oh, absolutely. Remember, I spent
aesthetics. If you
I spent 4 years in Alaska, so yes, I'm.
But
very
here's the
familiar
thing:
with
he
bears.
doesn't know that many. He just knows the bare necessities.
Exactly.
Listen.
Exactly.
What are we doing here? What's happening? Where are we?
I just like to grin and bear it. So.
There it is.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I figured that.
How much more of this can you bear? I know.
Listen, let's get to the bare bones of the situation. It's a bad team name for.
Well, I have the right to bear arms. Let me tell you that, and that's a double joke. So
sun's out, guns out, baby.
Yeah, you guys are koalaing me.
Oh, that's not a bear. It's a marsupial.
I haven't shaved, so I'm sorry if I'm feeling a bit grizzly. And he's right. It's not a bear. It's a marsupial. Well played, sir. Well done. The man knows his marsupials, ladies and gentlemen.
I studied in the hilltops where the bears are. I can be considered quite a yogi for this whole situation.
Oh, my Ed McMahon laugh.
Bear. It's a bear joke and a yoga joke.
There you go. Yeah.
Polar. Anyway, here we are.
Smokey.
Only you can prevent team names that make no sense to the region. That's Western Maryland's like 3 hours away from Odington. Like how do you get away with that?
Evidently, they did.
Again, I understand. The ownership group's called Black Bear, and God bless, it looks great. The logo looks fine. The jerseys are going to look fantastic if you just go all balls out to this.
Sure.
You do what
they really already have the name though, and they were like, all right, let's figure out how to make this happen.
Essentially, they're just like, all right, let's get a team in here so we can make it happen. Which again, fine. It's fine. It's not what I wanted, but
you wanted it to be called Crabs. I wanted it to be called Crabs. We all wanted them to be called the Crabs.
Hashtag we are also Bears now, though.
Hashtag we are also Crabs.
If the shoulder yokes on the jerseys are not full-on Maryland flag, they're missing the point.
Well, I think then the University of Maryland files gimmick infringement and be like, hold on,
I don't think they can trademark that though.
Like, wait a minute, that's our gimmick, guys.
I don't think a club team can trademark that. How did they come up with the money for the trademark?
Hey, they're probably a bunch of law students, right? Right?
Sure. I mean, all the players I knew for the Maryland hockey team were definitely lost.
Yeah, right. Here's another thing that I want to kind of show. By the way, Cal Ripken's home can be yours starting this Saturday. Bidding starts
21-31.
Exactly. Is that your bid?
Yes.
So hold on, I gotta bring. So much moreover than the Maryland jerseys. Jesus Christ, why does it take? What? First off, why does Twitter take so goddamn long for this? They need these. These need to be on the jersey. I don't care how you do it. Just make it happen. These have to be the socks the team wears.
Those are fantastic.
These are Blue Line Sports has these socks available for sale to the viewing public. You, sir, can have the coat of arms of the Calvert family and the cross there thing. It's fantastic.
And all the colors of the rainbow.
Oh, nope. As long as the rainbow's only black, white, and red and yellow.
In my world, they are.
At that point, have two different sets of breezers as well. Like I would have shells for the away jerseys, or I don't know what color do you wear at home in this league, white or dark?
I think it's great question. I think it's half and half. You start out dark, and then halfway through the season you go white.
That's
the Michael Jackson rule.
There you go.
Okay. Well, whatever it is, I would match white and red breezers with whatever jersey the black and yellow one is, and black and yellow breezers with the white and red jersey.
Oh, that would be
with those
fantastic.
Socks. Gold mine.
They'll win 30
Bears.
games just from blinding people.
And I'm fine with that.
Any means necessary, baby.
That's fantastic. Yeah. But anyway, yeah.
Also, I want to toss this out here. I have an idea of maybe doing a Maryland hockey podcast now, like 15 minutes. Also, it's mostly because
why not?
We have free space.
We have all the space in the world, and I think it's also because of the fact that I hate my life and I don't do enough podcasts. 4 is an operative number.
Well, that way you could educate the uninitiated like myself. I knew very little about Maryland hockey until I started doing the show with you, and now I have learned, a little more. I know more than I did before I started.
So we got since we're just doing a Maryland segment here, like I said, the Cal Ripken estate up for sale. Here it is. Here's we'll show pictures in a second. Here's the square footage and everything. 24.3 acres. Wow. The house itself is 21,890 square feet.
Wow.
The price.
Put 8 of my houses into that.
Why did you put the extra 60 square feet in?
Good God.
2131.
What the
hell?
An octagon.
Wow.
How much house do you need? Shit.
Custom built in 1987, renovated in the 90s. The price dropped under 10 million after its original selling point of 12.5 million. 6 bedrooms, 10 full baths. I love when bathrooms outweigh the bedrooms. Perfect.
That's because that is definitely very important.
That's smart, though.
Smart. Hold on. 10 full baths.
In a house that big, you never know when you're gonna have to shit.
5 half baths. So 15 bathrooms as a whole.
15 bathrooms all total. You got 5 half baths and 10. Do you say 10 full baths?
10 full. 10
that is
full.
That is one clean regular family, my friend.
There's a movie theater. There's a pool.
I should hope so.
There's an indoor batting cage.
Yeah.
No, because it's Cal Ripken's house.
7,000 square feet gym. A full-size basketball court.
Why?
Sweet Jesus.
He loved his basketball.
He loved it. Yeah, evidently. He was a secret
pretty
ball
certain
fan.
that I thought I knew about the basketball court. I didn't realize about the indoor batting cages.
Yeah, no. So here's
because he bought this after he played baseball, right? Like this wasn't during his baseball career.
I mean, 7. So
Jesus.
There is the house.
Look at the size of that place,
That's
man.
just the house. There's also land.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, 24 acres of it.
There's the 8-car garage.
The 8-car garage is bigger than my house.
There you go. And I think that's part of the garage. Not sure.
Oh, man. And there's more of the garage. Has to be, judging by the big, ugly clock.
There's the rest. There's a lake there. You got a lake.
Well, it's a pond.
But so there's the whole kit and caboodle right there.
My God.
From that road left.
And he's got a full-size baseball field.
And a full-size
baseball field.
He's got a baseball diamond there. Look at it. Yes. Yes, he does.
So,
but again, how much
is now the time
statue
that you
of a
make
kid
the
playing
Kevin
baseball?
Costner joke, or do you have to wait?
How much house? But again, how much house do you need? I'd get lost in that place. I'd camp out in just one little section of it, and I would never see the rest of the place.
And as soon as the groundskeeper is done mowing the lawn, he has to start over again.
Yeah, I know. Oh man,
this is.
But wouldn't you hire somebody that could cut the grass into awesome patterns like a baseball field?
You could.
You'd have to.
Yeah.
There's one of the 10 showers and the 10 baths.
Here's one of the closets you can go into.
Oh my.
There's another overview of the house. There's more. There's the baseball field.
Well, that's his one sweet little baseball diamond, by the way. That is.
Pretty slick.
That is.
There's more. Here's the living room. Little
home plate.
With the home plate there.
There's the indoor batting cage.
I expected better. There's no video or anything.
No, it's literal pitching machine on wood. Look, there's a bathroom. There's one of the bathrooms.
Oh, good. So you can have a dump while you're staring at your significant other taking a shower. Wait a minute. There's 10. No, there's 10 showers. And there's 10 bathrooms in that place. You could be taking a dump and just look at it staring.
I mean, you could, if you wanted to. Maybe that's what you want to be doing.
Well, if that's what you're into.
This seems like a small ceiling for this bedroom.
It really does, doesn't it? That's got to be a guest bedroom.
Oh, yeah, you have to.
It's got to be.
Here's the hot tubs. I think they took this from Memorial Stadium.
That's the Memorial Stadium bathroom. Look at it.
They just moved it to Cal's house.
Good God.
There's the full-size basketball court.
Whoa.
That is a basketball court.
There are public schools that would kill to have a friggin' court like that.
Right?
Well, there are public schools that would kill to be this size.
I know.
Listen, here's the thing: play 2,600 consecutive games, then maybe. There's a little balcony after the pool area. And there's a masseuse table for some reason. There's an ice machine here.
That just looks very, very
great.
Antiseptic. That's not welcoming at all. No,
There's a locker room.
Well, of course there is.
Yeah,
I sure as hell hope that's off the pool.
Oh man.
Another
What's
bathroom.
The card table doing in the
okay, that's one of those half baths he was talking about.
No, it's full. It's got the shower.
Oh, that's the full. No, you're right. You're right. My bad. Yep.
Got that. There's the movie. Look at that movie. Look at that movie theater. It's got the thing in the marquee. It's got the ticket stand. That's fantastic.
Get it? First run.
Yeah.
But
that's great. It's got the movie posters.
Got the posters.
That's great.
Wait a minute. Zoom in. What's the movie he's watching? What is that?
That is the Ides of March. The Ides of March, starring Matthew
Ides-
McConaughey and George Clooney.
Oh, right. Yes, that's a political movie. I saw that a few years ago. Yeah.
There's just a table.
That's a nook.
Here's another bathroom with a bathtub, and there's a flat screen there, and a little makeup and a phone right there. The landline, the last landline in Maryland. Aside from my parents.
You need phones.
Why is there a bathroom in the kitchen? Why is there a stove next to what?
Hey.
For the man on the go. Literally.
You know how many times you're putting the water to boil some pasta and you're like, you know what? I really need to shit right now.
God knows I've done
If
that.
We've all been there.
If only you had a bathroom right there, you wouldn't have to worry about the water boiling over.
I like that the fact that the toilet's under where you could put like the knives or like the
I'd
spoons.
love to actually know if you can pull that, like if that's on rollers, if you could like push it back underneath the counter, if you can then like pull it out if you need it.
Sir, how many bathrooms do you have in your house? I have 10.
It's like the lazy.
No, all told, he has 16. All told, it's 16. There's remember
That's like
10
the lazy
full baths and
seasons
6
of
half
toilets.
baths.
5 half baths, Lyle.
Oh, I'm sorry, 5 half baths. So
You're
15.
taking too much of a bath.
While we're talking about this, can we agree on a different way to say full baths and half baths? This has gone on too long. You can't
full shitter, half shitter.
Yes, but if the house
What's your
has
definition
10 full
of a
bathrooms-
half bath?
But no, the definition can stay. What I'm talking about is how we communicate how many bathrooms are in a place, right? So there's 10 full
So you
baths
should-
and
you mean
6
there should
half
be
baths.
13
There aren't
bathrooms?
13 bathrooms. That doesn't make sense.
No, it's 15.
That's what it seems like. He says there's 10 full baths and 5 half baths. Well, Jesus.
It's not 12 and a half
shitters are
bathrooms.
It's a 6 beds, 12 and a half bath.
The math doesn't add up. Come on, guys. We got to come up with a better way to do this. It doesn't make sense. Anyway, continue.
Can we just agree he has a lot of bathrooms and just leave it at that?
That's way too many bathrooms. Here's the marquee where someone sits and takes your ticket, or else you don't get the full feel of the movie theater.
He probably hired somebody to actually sit there and do that job.
Of course, because Cal Ripken's got money to spare. That you can watch the batting cage and yell at him like his dad did to him when he was 13. More of the 8-car garage. Look at that. Jesus Christ. There's the front of the house. You get steps and all that shit. There's
I sure
the
as
inside
hell
of the
hope
movie
that
theater.
like Alex Ovechkin buys this.
Right? There's the inside of the movie theater. You got your stadium seating, little cushioning there. It looks pretty good. Looks all right. That's okay. Another bathroom.
No VCR, so no movie night on the couch thing.
No, you got to go to the
Ripken
theater.
household. Yeah.
There's the basketball court that goes out to the lawn. That's pretty snazzy. More of the cold tubs. Jesus, John. The dining room there, then the fancy dining room. Another big giant closet. Look at that. Jesus Christ. Like, I'm sure he stole the stuff from Memorial Stadium when they tore it down. I'm not convinced he didn't. And there we go.
There it is.
21-31, baby.
There you go.
That, if I remember correctly, that rock actually weighs 2,131 pounds.
That'd be amazing if it did.
21-31 Ripken
Spiral
Way.
staircase, ladies and gentlemen. Spiral staircase. That's class. Class right there. And then there's the workout on top, overlooking the basketball courts.
Oh my!
There you go. Look at that. And we're back to start.
So if you buy this, does it come with like an autographed Cal Ripken Jr. like I don't know jersey?
It better.
I think you get Billy Ripken. I think Billy Ripken.
No. Billy Ripken's been living there for years.
He's your groundskeeper. Hi, this is Billy, your groundskeeper.
All right, so there's
groundskeeper Billy.
You go to Decaro Auctions, DECARO auctions.com/Cal-Ripken-Jr-Estate. Has all you need to know. It's in but here's the problem. It's in Reisterstown. So it goes to the absolute highest bidder without a reserve on it, starting May 12th, which is Saturday. And then there you go. 11 o'clock Eastern time. How about that? Get to it, folks.
It's interesting.
What's the bidder
How
information?
far Cal Ripken has fallen.
I know, right? Well, he got a divorce. He's got to fight off the assets somehow.
He has to sell that and only go into like a 50,000 square foot house.
Right. Guys, listen, I only got 4 bedrooms and 8 baths. 2 of them are amazing. So I only got 6 baths overall.
I now live in this house now has a half court.
Yeah.
And there's only a half bath in the kitchen.
So here we go. Here's more of the features and amenities. Custom built in 87. Like I said, 21,890 square foot of elegant living, 8,545 square feet main and upper level, 4,800 square feet lower level, 7,000 square feet gym fitness locker area, 1,500 square feet living area off the gym, home theater, hydronic heating and radiant floor heating, heat pump, multi-zone heating, central cooling, multi-zone, natural gas, multiple fireplaces, designed for grand scale entertainment, elegant in-ground pool and pool house, 8-car garage. It's 2 garages, 4 bays each. Entertaining patio, scenic pond with dock, picnic area, septic and
With
well.
Doc Emmerich?
Yeah. Cal Ripken, Iron Man. Privately gated, 2017 tax approximation. I will let you guys take a guess at what this tax approximation is.
Per year, right?
This is just 2017 taxes.
I'm going to say... Wow. I'm going to go $22,500.
22.5. Mark?
32,000.
32. Lyle?
Yeah, I'm going to come in right in the middle there. 27.5.
Johnny's the closest without going over.
Oh.
$25,884 of taxes.
My God.
That's a lot.
That's like 12 years of my mortgage. That's probably... Wow.
If bidder is successful at auction, bidder shall wire significant or sufficient funds to bring the total deposit to 10% of the purchase price by Monday, May 14th. So you got to get that money quick, son.
I cannot wait until Jim Buffelli shows up to buy his house.
God damn. It's fantastic.
Is Lenny Dykstra going to move in?
No, because then Wayne Gretzky's going to have to buy it back. I didn't even own this one before. What the hell? Be great, and then feces will be everywhere.
Scary Batman's trying to block him from buying the house.
Right. Speaking of feces, Mike Babcock and the and Austin Matthews, their relationship is the utter shits, Lyle.
Oh,
Babcock went to meet him to quote unquote iron things out.
Oh my God! It's Toronto, and they're bored. The media is bored in Toronto. I saw them making this the smell of feces. Yes, it says the faint whiff of 5 years ago with the Phil Kessel thing when Kessel came into camp out of shape and unwilling to train. Oh, everybody denied it, but everybody knew it was true. Nevertheless, I don't know. They're bored in Toronto. They're fucking bored. They're looking for something that isn't there. And people wonder why do Canadian teams have trouble attracting free agents? Gee, I don't know. Maybe because sometimes the media pulls shit out of their ass and waves it around? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking. No, it's stupid. I don't even pay attention to that nonsense because that's exactly what it is. They're bored, and so they're coming up with that, you know? I mean, look, was there... I'm sure that everything isn't all smiles and chuckles and roses between Babcock and young Matthews, but come on now, okay? Let's everybody just kind of settle it down a little bit here. These guys aren't warring or anything like that. They're Babcock just hey, chopping in, checking in, see how you're doing, kid. You know, everything's fine. You know, these things get overblown. And that's what this is. This is something that's just, you know, I'm sure there was some disagreement between the two, but like anything, it's overblown by, again, a media that's bored. They've got too much time on their hands right now. They're tired of writing about the mid-May collapse of the Blue Jays. So, you know, and of course with LeBron James just once again
Jesus
schooling the Raptors. Oh man,
I think I
just decide to very careful, very quickly, and say
Sure.
I knew that was going to friggin' happen. I knew it was because LeBron James is in their heads. He owns the Raptors.
I saw a stat
He's
in
the
those.
Sidney Crosby of the
Yeah.
NBA, isn't he?
Yeah, like I said, it just, again, I'm thinking of the character Moriarty in the wonderful TV series Sherlock, where he looks at Sherlock and he says, "I'll burn you. I will burn the heart out of you." And that's what he did to the Raptors and their fans once again.
My favorite stat of that is I think LeBron James had something like 124 points by himself that series, and the top two Raptors scorers had like 128 combined.
And the thing, the thing they're talking about up here in Canada is that LeBron didn't even look like he was trying.
Well,
like
no,
in the previous series, it looked like he was, kind of struggling a bit, and it looked like he really had to work. But is it in this one? It's like, for God's sake, it's like, nah, he handled that with ease. No, this wasn't hard. Nothing to it. 4 straight. See ya.
Moving on because we got to get to, of course, Lyle versus Fortune Cookie versus that, and of course, haha, fuck you,
and all of that very quickly. But
Rod, Brendan.
No. I was just again very quickly just raising a glass to toast you, my long suffering Capitals fans.
Woohoo! I drank this too quick.
Boy, did you! Wow,
man.
Boy, did you ever! You gotta sip it, brother. You gotta sip it. You gotta save
I
it.
was sipping on it.
Partying.
Mark, you gotta talk to him. You gotta talk to him about how to drink scotch properly. You know how.
I had to learn.
Rod the Bot is new head coach of the Carolina Hurricanes. Lyle, your thoughts?
Hey, well, listen, not laughing at Rod, but I wasn't surprised considering how much trouble they had trying to find a general manager who would work cheap and ultimately decide, you know what, let's just go with Don Waddell, who said, well, no, I'm happy being team president. I'm willing to do this in interim. And he's just like, nope, you're doing that job. You're GM. And while we're at it, fuck it. We're not going to look for a coach. Let's just promote Rod and go on. So fun times.
No, he's going to change the culture though, Lyle.
Well, apparently,
change the culture.
Well, what did I think it was her? I think it was Greg Wyshynski that said he just gave off the vibe that he will punch you in the face if you do not block a shot.
Like, honestly, at what point in the year does he just unretire and play himself?
And
like,
just goes,
Roger
fuck it,
Dorn.
I'll show you pansies how it's done.
I have October 15th.
I'll stretch it out a little more. I'll say October 30th because he's going to need the extra 2 weeks to increase the number of curls and leg presses he does to get himself totally into game shape.
That late because he's going to come out of training camp.
He is 50. He is 50.
Fine.
He is 50. You need an extra couple of weeks there, but
50
other than that,
30. It's fine.
Yeah.
Ilya Samsonov finally signed with the Capitals after it was about a week and a half, getting things ironed out after his contract.
Well, that means we're going to see the last of Grubauer.
Probably
maybe that's what that means.
Probably because I'm trying to think. If Samsonov doesn't win the backup position.
Yeah.
Well. So I see Phoenix Copley coming up as the backup and Samsonov playing all year in Hershey.
That sounds more like
adjusted.
Because if there was ever any doubt about Holtby's status, well, that's been put to rest now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Thornton said he's willing to take less to stay in San Jose. Does he have anything left? He's got two bad knees now, and it's...
Yeah, but I think that he's motivated enough to give it one more year. I think he's willing to give one more try, and I think that the Sharks are willing to give him that extra year. In addition to taking less money on a 1-year deal to take a lesser role, I think he's going to have to get used to the idea of being a third-line center because they were fine with Pavelski and Couture as their top 2 centers while Thornton was on the shelf. Mm-hmm. And I really don't think you can bring him back up into a top 6 role again. So if he wants to stay and wants to take less money, stay around for another year and see if he can't, prove that he still has enough left in the tank and help the Sharks, make another run for the cup, then I think he's going to have to accept a lesser role and be happy with that.
I will say though, he was never one of those speed players. So the
That's
fact
true.
that he doesn't have knees anymore might not hurt him as much.
Exactly. It
Yeah.
wouldn't hurt him to say like what happened with Bure.
Yeah.
Yeah, where his basically speed was his thing. Yeah, without it, he was just another above average scorer.
Exactly. All right, let's do it. Lyle
All right.
versus Orb versus Coin versus
Oh.
Fortune Cookie.
Okay, okay, right off the bat, let me get this out of the way. Am I allowed to pick the Capitals? Because the last time you made me not pick the Capitals on this show,
Lyle,
but I did pick them to win on my soapbox.
that's fine if you
So-
pick them elsewhere other than the show. You've picked against the Caps and they have won both times. I would appreciate if you picked against them again.
Okay, very well.
Because I know I'm picking against them in a big way.
Because they've gone this far now. You don't want to run the heartbreak would sting even more.
Yeah, exactly. And he started playing the loot. This thing did. So I don't want that in my life. As it stands right now, Lyle 2 because he had the reverse psychology point. Orb 2, Coin 3, Fortune Cookie 3.
Whoa!
Wow.
Inanimate objects kick my ass.
As a total, well, we still got one series left. As a total, Lyle has 7. The Orb has 5. The Fortune Cookie has 5. Or Fortune Cookie has 6, and the Coin has 5.
I love going up against inanimate objects. It's fun.
We will go first.
The Coin is almost doing better than I am in my bracket right now. But it does get to pick new teams every round. So.
Yeah.
Start off in the matchup we know, the East. Tampa Bay versus Washington. Lyle, I'm putting you down for a TB here because you got tuberculosis and you like Tampa Bay. There we go.
Okay, so I may say, in both instances, you'll be happy to know I am picking against the Capitals this time. Against Tampa Bay.
Tampa actually looks like early season Tampa Bay now.
Tampa Bay look very, very scary. Very scary.
And
That first game against Boston, they lost, and then they just shrugged. They said, okay, that was our wake-up call, and after that, it was a totally different series. So
I'm going to say also that the Capitals have never, ever matched up well against Tampa Bay.
Nope.
Yeah. So, listen, don't get me wrong. I would love to see them, pull off the upset and go on to the final because, like I said, I would love to see Ovi win a cup. Just win one and shut everybody up who's like, he never means anything. Shut the fuck up. I would love for him just to win that so everybody can then shut up. And then it'll be, well, Sydney has more. Don't matter. He's got one. Shut up. But again, Tampa Bay looks scary, so I'm picking the Bolts in this one. Bolts in 6.
Orb.
Will the Caps beat the Lightning?
Nope, vice versa.
Will the Lightning beat the Caps? My reply is no. Hey, that's good. It's going with the
Hey.
Hey, the Orb believes in your Capitals. There you go.
I was just actually thinking that the other day because this is the first series in many, many years that the Caps are not the higher seed. First playoff series that the Caps have played in.
Yeah, they wouldn't have home ice all the way through. You're right.
Well, maybe that's working their advantage. That's the way it was for them back 20 years ago, was it not?
Yes. They had home. Did they win in 6 or 7 against Buffalo? I think they won in 6, and they were on the road for that.
Right. Yeah, that was 6, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coin
AJ said he's busting out some scotch for us as well.
Nice.
AJ.
Nice.
Coin, what you got?
He's just getting ready for the haha fuck you. That's why he wants to keep his run going.
Everybody's getting ready for the haha fuck you.
So this week, I have an Australian 50-cent piece.
Okay.
There you go.
Shout out Nathan
Walker. There are tiny Nathan Walkers on the back of the coin.
Weird.
Actually, no, it's just a
Very
kangaroo.
weird. Oh.
Tiny Nathan Walkers.
So heads, it says Tampa Bay.
Okay. Fortune Cookie says you will soon gain something you have always wanted.
Uh-oh. It's going for the Capitals.
Magic numbers.
Wow.
Magic numbers 14, 17, 18, 21, 23, and 30.
Okay.
None of those numbers mean a fucking thing.
No.
Well,
Well,
hang on.
18 is
All right.
Chandler Stevenson.
Yeah. No one else is. There's no 23. There's no 30. Neuwehr is 30, right? No.
He was.
He was. Who's the other goalie? Grubauer. Grubauer's 30, right?
Okay, what's the numbers again?
He's
Rattle them
30.
off.
14.
14. Okay. Searching, searching, searching. There is no 14.
17.
17. I don't hear you guys
I'm already
shouting
done,
anything
by the
out off
way,
the
just
tops.
throwing
Nope,
that out
no
there.
17.
It's probably not good, right?
18 is Chandler Stevenson. That's probably
Yes.
not good, Johnny. 21.
21, 21, 21. There is no 21.
Matt
20
Pettinger.
What's the
No.
other one?
He was
Brooks
18.
like.
Brooks Lake 23.
23. 23. I am not seeing
Milan
a
or Cheetah?
23.
And
No.
I think 30 is Grubauer.
No.
He's 31.
31 is Grubauer. So those numbers mean dick all. Let's take a look at the Lightning. Over to the Lightning roster. Let's see what
I think Braden Point's 14. No, he's 19. I don't know.
That's his age. Okay, what are the numbers again?
14.
14 on the Lightning is Chris
Big guy.
Kunitz.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. 17.
Uh-oh.
17.
17.
Eight, 18's after that. It's 17 and 18.
18 is Andre Palat.
I don't know.
Oh boy.
Okay, it's
Got
picking
us-
Tampa.
It's picking Tampa. Need to go with the rest of the numbers. You've already picked up most of them already.
Yep. All right. So the other matchup, we don't know who was going to win because the NHL is like, hey, let's put 2 games between games 6 and 7.
Yeah, which is so fucking stupid. Thank you, NHL. Anyway.
So if Nashville wins, they'd be the higher seed.
Well, Winnipeg would also be the higher seed, would they not? If they win as well?
No, Vegas. Did Vegas outpoint them?
No. Let me pull up the standings.
And here's the question: Does it go?
I thought Vegas was the other top seed of the.
But I don't
that
think it
bracket.
goes. I think once it gets to the Western Finals, it's
The Golden Knights had 109 points. The Jets 114.
oh. So I
The
guess
Jets would be the higher seed.
So I guess it resets.
I guess.
I don't
Hang
know.
on. Maybe there's. Let me see. Let's see. The NHL. Here. Hang on, Golden Knights versus TBD.
They're a great
So
team.
that tells me that is the
In
home team.
conference final, Stanley Cup final, home ice advantage goes to the team that had better regular season record. So Winnipeg. So yes,
So it
so
would be Winnipeg.
it's
Winnipeg or-
Central Division against the Vegas Golden Knights.
All right.
Okay. Be it Nashville or Winnipeg, they will defeat the Golden Knights. I know I should not. I know I should not bet against them, and I didn't in the last series. I predicted them to beat the Sharks, and they did. But I think Nashville or the Jets. I just think that they're too powerful. They'll beat them.
Or does any Central Division representation beat the Golden Knights?
Central Division? Question
Yes.
mark.
Yes.
Outlook not good.
Oh,
Vegas, baby,
Fucking
Vegas.
Vegas.
Can
Coin-
you imagine
or
all the
want those,
shit that they could sell if the NHL, if Vegas Knights were in the finals?
God.
Oh Jesus!
Think if the Caps and the Vegas Knights got in, Fleury against the Caps. Oh boy.
Oh my.
All right, Coin, what you got?
Coin gives me another heads.
Hmm,
They're going Central Division.
Mm-hmm.
wow. And then Fortune Cookie. Rely on longtime friends to give you advice with your present question. So, guys, what do you think?
Central Division.
Magic numbers 1, 13, 16, 26, 35, 46. I don't think anybody has these numbers.
Let me look at Golden Knights roster real quick. Oh Jesus. Golden Knights, show me the Golden Knights roster.
The fortune cookie gave us a big FU for this round.
Kind of did. It's like, first off, you're supposed to eat me when you're in an MSG haze. I don't mean Madison Square Garden.
All right, rattle off the numbers again to me.
All right, so 1.
One is Dylan Ferguson, who's not with the team.
No, he's with the team. He's just the Black A's.
Wow.
He's just there for the ride. 13.
13. There is no 13.
16.
16. There is no 16.
26.
26. There is no 26.
Oh, that's not looking good. 35.
35. None of the goalies, and there's no 35. That's going with the Jets or Predators.
46 isn't one there. So for each
they
team,
had 18 goalies. How did
Yeah, I
they
know.
not have a 35?
kind of weird. So for the Jets, no number 1. Number 13 is Brandon Tanev, who's played super well, I think, in the playoffs.
Yeah, he has. Yeah.
Number 16, Shaw Matthias, who was part of a trade. Number 26 is Blake Wheeler. 35 is Steve Mason. No 46. On the Predators, no 1.
Number 1, Tony Grosnick. Yeah.
Nick Bonino, number 13. No number 16 that I'm seeing here. Unless there's a minor league call-up, no 26 either. 35, Pekka Rinne. And 46, of course, no one that I see on this roster. So it's
no. So I think it favors more the Jets.
I think these fortune cookies are from NBC.
Maybe. You're not wrong.
They've given us a lot of Penguins numbers after the Penguins were out.
I didn't. All right. Listen, that was all fun and games. Now the real game begins. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for this game show sensation that's sweeping the nation. It's haha, fuck you. Haha, fuck you.
It's a great song.
That's a great song.
Gotta get Todd Butts on that theme music, but once he gets the Soda Bubble theme going. All right. Last time.
If he just puts them together, I'll cut them into 2 files.
That's true. April 27th, 1994. He knows what you guys were doing?
April 27th, 19...
I was a
Yeah,
sophomore
I
in
do.
high school.
Oh, there you go. I was in like 6th grade. That's also the last time the Washington Capitals defeated the Pittsburgh Penguins and won a series.
Until this year.
Till this year.
24 years later.
So I'm going. This is the stat sheet for April 27th, 1994, when the Caps beat the Penguins 6-3 to win and advance onward to the second round.
That was an aggressive series, 9 games. Oh.
Yeah. All right. You've got 17 skaters for the Penguins, 18 skaters for the Caps, 1 goalie apiece.
You guys are
In
going to ace this.
1994.
You guys are going to
In 1994. So this is wheelhouse.
You guys are... This
But-
is in your Caps here. I'm going to be lucky to get 3 of these.
But here's the thing. That's wheelhouse for the Caps. Lyle, the Penguins are coming off 2 Stanley Cups as well. So that's wheelhouse.
True,
a little bit.
there's a lot. Okay, there's a fair
This
bit
is
there.
fair. This is
There's a
fair.
Fair
lot.
bit to work there. Okay.
All right. Here
Okay.
we go. Mark, start us off.
Mario Lemieux.
Of course, Marriott Lemieux on the board. It's just
Look,
this easy.
okay, I think the
Just
rule's
this
going to
easy.
be you guys got to stick with Capitals until you run out. Okay?
Okay, fine.
right,
No,
fine.
no. I'm kidding.
By the way, this would be easy for them too. Mark,
Yeah, no doubt.
Do I have to stay with the Caps?
yeah, stay with the Caps. Why not?
All right.
No, you don't. You don't. I'm kidding. Seriously.
Listen, Lyle
Seriously.
needs
He said
Lyle-
Mario. Move on.
Johnny,
He said Mario.
Kolzig.
who'd you say?
Is he not on the team at that point?
Wait, who'd you say you cut out?
Yeah.
Kolzig.
Incorrect, sir. Go
Oh.
fuck yourself.
Wow, that's before I
That's
thought it was.
harsh. That's harsh.
Well, listen. Listen, Lyle, this is haha. Oh, good try. This is haha. Fuck you. Gotta be hard.
True.
Lyle,
My turn. Okay, I'm gonna go with what I think is an easy Capitals one. Because I get to know the man up close and personal in Minnesota, Dale Hunter.
sorry.
Yeah.
What?
Scratch.
No.
He was a scratch for this game.
Oh,
He was injured and did not play.
Oh, I am so gonna lose this game.
I was about to say, yeah, on the board, but nope. he
Oh,
was
I
not
thought for
on the-
sure. Wow.
No.
Okay.
See,
Okay.
I screwed up big time to begin with.
Oh,
ahead, Mike.
wow. Okay. Mark's the only one on the board so far.
Mark's on the board. Just
John
that.
Beaupre.
Yeah.
Don Beaupre on the board.
I got one more
Beaupre.
round. In.
Yeah. Johnny.
Michael Pavanka.
Anka on the board. Lyle.
Peter Bondra.
Peter Bondra on the board. Last
Thank
one
you.
for Mark.
Oh,
Ally
we should have
Afraid.
done this. We should have done this sooner. Let's.
Yeah, we
You should have.
should've.
Next time, do it sooner, and then we
All
can.
right,
I
we'll
can.
do it right off the hop.
Then I can yammer inanely afterwards.
But
He
luckily,
can
Mark
take
gets,
off
Mark gets to leave on a low note.
Oh,
No
what?
Ally Afraidy on this
How's
team.
Ally Afraid not on this team?
I think he was traded to San Jose at that point.
Get out of
Yeah,
here.
his jorts
him and his
were already
thinning
gone.
hair, yeah,
Yeah.
and his
All right,
incredible
so
male
worst.
pattern baldness.
The worst.
All
Ugh.
right.
I don't want a
Skullet.
stupid game anyway.
All right, buddy. See you next week.
See you next
See ya.
week, Mark.
There he goes. Mark with the C, everybody.
Yeah, no, seriously. Next time, let's do the game first, because then that way
Well,
I can yammer on and he can leave then, and he doesn't have to listen to me yammer.
We got into a whole Cal Ripken thing and then the Black
Yeah, the
Bear.
Cal Ripken
Yeah,
screwed us.
that's true.
Kind of as usual.
Damn Oriole. Anyway,
All right. Then we go to Johnny.
Johnny. Yep.
Mike Ridley.
Mike Ridley on the board
Ooh.
to assist that game.
Yeah.
Lyle.
This was Cap's heyday for me.
Yeah.
Yarmir Yager.
Yep. Yummy eggs on there. Johnny.
I'm gonna go with Kelly Miller.
Kelly Miller on the board. Goal and 2 assists in this game. Number 1 star of the game. Lyle.
Ron Francis.
Ronnie Franchise on the board. Johnny
Dmitry Kristich.
on the board. Dimitri Kristich. Lyle.
Rod Langway.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Retired the year prior.
Oh shit. Dang.
Fuck you. Johnny.
Kevin Hatcher.
Kevin Hatcher on the board, the captain of the team. 17 minutes and penalties for him. Lyle.
Still a cone.
Phil Bork.
Phil Bork, go fuck yourself. No, sir. No Phil Bork. Johnny.
Tom Barrasso.
Tom Barrasso on the board.
Mm.
Had a 762 save percentage in that game. Only saved 16.
Wow.
On the 21 shots.
That'll leave a mark. Ooh.
So
I don't
Mark-
mean
I'm going to
Patanzo
say
either.
this real quick. The only reason that I remember Tom Barrasso from this period of my life is because we always used to call him Tommy the Asshole.
Because he was.
And the media.
Yeah, you and the rest of the hockey world. He is not a very well liked man at all.
That's probably what's keeping him out of the hall, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All
Anyway,
right, Lyle.
yeah. All right. Larry Murphy.
Whoop, 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 whoop. 2 assists and a -3.
Yeah. 2 assists and a -3. That's great. Oh my god.
That's going to end up on his gravestone.
2 assists and a -3.
That's a
How
perfect
bad
Larry
have you?
Murphy stat line right there.
How badly did the game go for you if you got 2 assists and you still finished as a -3? Holy shit! Wow. Mm.
That's fantastic.
Oh
Johnny.
man.
I think that Craig Berube was on this team.
You think right. Craig Berube on the board. Only 2 minutes and penalties when there was misconducts to be had by everybody. So Chief keeps
This
him in
was
check.
before his heyday.
That's true. Back to Lyle.
Ulf Samuelson.
Oh, Samuelson on the board. Johnny.
Shit, I just lost his name. All right, I'm gonna have to move on to somebody else and come back and hope I remember him. I'm gonna go Kip Miller.
Sorry, no Kip Miller.
Ah,
This is only a one Miller team. Lyle.
Richard Pack?
Sorry. No Richard Peck. Sorry. Johnny, back to you.
this came back way too fast.
By the way, there's still a lot of notable names on both rosters. I will say.
Yeah. This is 94, right?
94.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Think NHL 94 too.
Craig Laughlin.
Sorry, he was already in the booth.
Oh, me, right.
Yes.
Sorry.
Only two people here.
I'm so used to you calling her name. I'm sorry. Peter Nedved.
Sorry. He was still in Vancouver.
AJ would like to throw in a Kevin Stevens.
Ooh.
Oh, on the board, Kevin Stevens.
Nice. Yeah.
His Cal Ripken like streak.
This is like a month and a half that AJ's been bringing game to the haha fuck you.
Does he have a 24-acre estate that he wants to put up on auction? That'd be great.
Technically, he's on the internet.
Okay.
So
Johnny, very untrustworthy.
No, I love that. I mean, he's fantastic. He's a great
AJ's
guy.
great. Yeah,
Yeah.
fantastic. Johnny, not just a little suspicious. Johnny, it's to you.
I need to think more in between
Think more
while
between
talking.
thoughts.
I'm thinking that the face-off hockey scotch is hitting me right now.
There, yeah, you drank it in record time.
Well, yeah. I mean, he powered that
It's
down.
done.
Son.
Look.
I know
that
that
thing
was done like 10
finished.
minutes ago. You powered that bad boy down.
Yeah.
I still have remnants of mine from the top of the show. You got to respect the scotch, my friend.
AJ does say, "I wish." I think about the estate.
Yes.
Brendan Witt.
Sorry, no Brendan Witt. To Lyle.
Jeez, this is getting hard now. That's what she said.
Eh,
I know. Lame. Rick Tocchet.
on the board, goal and assist for Rick Tocchet.
I wasn't sure if he was still with them or not by then. Yeah.
Johnny.
Brian Bellows.
Sorry, you are not the best.
You're
Damn it.
fucking best, Bellows. You're the fucking best.
Laying
You're
down like
fucking.
a-
Oh wow, shit! If
down
we're
like
gonna
a
say
dog.
Brian,
I'm
Bellows,
not gonna. I'm gonna
that,
say I
then
don't remember a lot of the Penguins from the Sphere.
Yeah.
I just hated
I got-
most of them.
Yeah. Well, since you brought up the whole Brian Bellows, and yeah, you're a fucking star, Bellows. I gotta say Brian Trottier. Was he
Brian
still playing with him then?
Brian Trottier on the board.
Oh wow, because yeah.
Johnny.
When was his last season with them? By the way, I thought he was retired by then.
Johnny will be thinking, so I can look this up real quick. Last season was 90. That was that season. That was the last season he had.
Oh,
93,
okay.
94.
Excuse me.
The Caps retired Brian Trottier. How about that?
Nice.
There you go.
It's
A little
different
something-
than the way that they
something for you
tried to
there.
retire Pierre Turgeon.
That's true.
Ooh.
Too soon.
A little bit.
Nah, it's never too soon. That's fair.
Ken Klee.
Sorry. Good guess, but sorry. No Ken Klee. To Lyle.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay, you said there's still a lot of
There's some names on the board for both
still
sides.
some names. Okay. Shit. Mullen? Joe Mullen?
on the board.
Wow.
Johnny P.
So I'm gonna say a name, and I don't remember if I already said this 5 minutes ago.
Jesus.
There's gonna be a point where the show ends, and I'm gonna literally walk up my steps, and I'm gonna pass out.
There we go.
But I'm gonna go with Sergei Gonchar.
Sorry, good guess. Not on the board. I think he was drafted that year in '94.
Ah,
Just missed.
Just missed.
Just missed. Did you guys say Pavanka already? Was Pavanka already
Pivo
said?
has been said, yes.
Oh, shit.
Goal and 2 assists
Yeah.
for Pivo.
I got all the people that I really remember from the Caps team.
Do you?
Oh,
What about was John Slaney still
no.
with them? Was John Slaney still with the Caps then?
there's zero chance I remember John Slaney, so he's not the one that Scott's talking about.
I'm guessing
Board.
Scott is going to.
Board.
What? Oh my God! You're kidding.
Goal, assist, +3 for John Slaney.
Dumb fucking luck. Oh, that was such a shot in the dark. It wasn't.
That was your Leland Irving.
That's my Leland Irving. Yeah. Holy fuck! That was just a totally blind shot in the dark.
And that's not the one I was talking about, absolutely.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. I don't know.
I just had a thought.
Yeah?
Sylvain Cote.
Sylvain Cote. That's not even the one I was thinking about.
Nice.
There's like 2 or 3 more guys that I think you can get.
Holy, okay. I think we just opened up a whole bunch of stuff here. Hang on. Hang on. No, wait a minute. Was Connor Walchuk said?
Oh, kind of Walchuk on the board. Look at you.
Yes!
Wow.
Yes!
We've started a second wave.
Yeah, here we go.
Holy shit! Go, come on, keep it going. Just keep it going. Holy fuck. Wow. See, I got us going when I said John Slaney. That just opened the floodgates right there.
As usual. John Slaney's mentioned. Freaking things are going.
Everything falls into place. All the puzzle pieces fall into place.
There's maybe like 4 or 5 more guys that I think Johnny will know on the Caps
I'll know
roster.
them as soon as you say the name.
Sure, of course.
Of course, that's the way it goes.
I think there's still a couple on the Penguins roster I think everyone will remember too.
And so say all of us.
Exactly. Maryland Black Bears are a thing. Coming to your Piney Orchard Ice Arena this October. Don't you dare miss it.
Don't you dare miss it.
Mike Lee.
Sorry, he was actually retired after that. At that point, I think, yeah. Did play
I
the
have a
game.
hockey stick.
Oh yeah, you do.
That must have been way early that I got the Mike Lee hockey stick.
Yeah.
That was in the Piney Orchard days, though.
Yes.
Was Kristich with the Capitals?
He has already been said.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I already said Chris.
Okay, my bad. Sorry, man. Fuck. Okay, well that kills me for Capitals. I think right now. Oh shit on a stick. Come on! I can't be dead yet.
I just remember 2 of them.
Oh, shit! Here we
There it
go.
is.
Here we go. He's on the board here. Hang on.
I'm gonna have to write them down so I don't forget.
There you go. Smart.
Frank Pietrangelo.
Sorry.
Shit.
Johnny.
Callie Johansson.
Callio. On the board.
There you go. There you go. I think I'm close to coming to the end here, boys. I can't think of anybody else. Fuck. So you guys said LIF Radio already, right?
And he was not on the team.
Right.
And,
Okay.
Mark did.
Okay. Okay. Right. That's right. Mark said. Oh Christ.
He wasn't on the team. any of
No,
that
no,
fashion.
Jesus, yeah. No,
Jesus wasn't either.
I can't think of anybody else
All
on
right.
the other team now. I'm drawn total blank.
All
So
right.
rather than hang this up,
I'm gonna name the two more people that
Giver.
I wrote down on my phone right now.
Okay.
Giver.
We used to call him Bob Louse when we were kids because he was a shitter in NHL '94, but I'm pretty certain his name was actually Bob Rouse.
He is not on this team. He was, but he's not on the Caps. He was on the
Oh,
Maple
I
Leafs.
met him.
Rouse.
actually met him.
Didn't
He
he
lived-
play for Toronto?
He lived in
Yeah.
Crosson.
Yeah, I thought that he played for Toronto, the Leafs in '93. I think. Yeah.
He did.
What about Bent Gustafson?
No Ben Gustafson. That was many years after he
That's a good-
retired.
That's oh.
Ah,
That's a good.
So here we go.
Okay.
Well, who doesn't?
Who are the significant ones that we missed?
I'll give you everybody.
Okay.
For the Penguins, Doug Brown, Greg Brown, said Francis Yager, Lemieux, Sean McEachern.
Oh, he
On
must
that
have been a
team.
rookie or something that year.
Yeah. Mentioned Joey Mullen, mentioned Larry Murphy, Shel Samuelson. You did not mention.
I thought he was with Philadelphia.
He was not. He got traded. I
Evidently.
think he got traded that trade deadline.
Mm,
You mentioned off though. Tomas Sandstrom on this team.
okay.
Kevin Stevens was
Interesting.
mentioned. Martin Straka. There's a rookie
Oh,
name for you.
That I was going to say.
Oh,
Peter Taglianetti. He tried to slam Yokozuna on the air carrier. It
I
was great.
remember that.
Chris Tamer, and then you guys mentioned Tocchet, Trottier, and Barrasso. For the Capitals, Don Beaupre in goal, mentioned that. Sean Anderson, defenseman, mentioned Berube, Bonger, Randy Burridge was on this team.
Oh,
Cote, Hatcher, Johansson, Keith Jones.
Keith Jones.
the irony of me saying that he played for the Capitals earlier in the show
And
as
you-
well is
yeah.
fantastic.
And then this guy 4 years later become the hero, Joey Junot.
Oh, that's right.
Wow. I
well
thought he
traveled.
got traded later than that.
No.
Mm.
Chris Stitch, Connor Walchucker mentioned Kelly Miller, Pat Peak.
I was going to say Pat P. Fuck. I thought that he wasn't playing with him at that point. Yeah. Oh.
Pivo was mentioned. Dave Poland, who had a goal in that game. Joe Ricci, also.
Mm.
And then Ridley and Slaney were mentioned as.
I can't believe that I got lucky.
Wow.
with
Good
this.
one.
I pulled that.
That's
one.
a good pull.
Oh boy. There's
There
your
weren't a
deep
whole
dive
lot.
for the night, kids. Yeah.
I don't think there were a whole lot that I missed on the Caps.
No, I think you were
No, you
pretty
rattled
solid.
off. Yep. Very solid.
pretty good.
Yep. I still find it hilarious that Larry Murphy got 2 assists and was still a -3.
-3. Fucking what a guy.
And yet, Hockey Hall of Fame. And rightfully
That's his career in a nutshell, right?
so.
Like,
No respect, that poor guy. He got no respect. Well, definitely got no respect in Toronto, and then got the last laugh, and they traded him to the Red Wings, and he won 2 straight Stanley Cups right after that. So,
Larry Murphy, a career plus 197.
so
You're
there you
scoring
go.
at home or if you're alone.
There you go. He just had a bad
yeah,
game.
but
that
he
night.
had 500 assists.
929, sir.
Nice.
See? He was literally on the ice for 929. He was a plus 100.
Guess what? He was on the ice for 1,217 because he had 1,217 career points.
Oh man.
How many were power play though?
He had 165 power play goals and 426 power play assists.
Okay, so it's still a plus. Let's say, not counting the power play points, he's still a plus like 700
Yeah, essentially.
and ended up at a plus 159.
So you're saying defense was not his strong suit?
The best. Not the best. So I never really
Can you
was.
imagine a pairing of Kevin Hatcher and Larry Murphy? That would be like if you just threw 2 codes out on the ice and hoped.
I think that happened in '85. I'm not sure.
Well, it was a different game back then.
Not kidding.
Mhm.
Yeah, you
All right.
won games 10-8.
Yeah,
That's what I mean. You wanted your defenseman high scoring because they weren't helping to keep the puck out of your own zone. That's for goddamn sure.
Why do you think they didn't call themselves the district? Because there was no D supposed to be in that team. There we are. All right, Lyle. Thank you. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. We
As
will.
always, it was a blast to share a bit of face-off hockey scotch with you to
There you go.
commemorate the Capital's moving on. So hopefully next week we'll have
next
some good stuff to
series,
talk
I'll
about
drink it
next
slower.
week. Yes.
Yeah, no. If you haven't like clocked out already.
Well, let's be honest. If the Caps win the next series, the glass might be fuller.
Yeah. Mine too, my friend. Mine too.
And next week we talked about Kyle Ripken's. We'll talk about Milan Hajduk's mansion, which includes
yes, please do. Yes, I saw that today.
6 bedrooms, 5 baths. What a joke! And an indoor hockey rink with
its own Zamboni. I love that. A indoor hockey rink with its own Zamboni. Now that's living large, my friends.
Living large. We'll talk about that next week. Lyle, we'll see you then.
Talk to you next week, guys. Take care.
Bye. There he goes. Lyle Richardson. SpectresHockey.net and a variety of other sites. You can go to Spectres Hockey at Spectres Hockey on Twitter, and he will lead you to all the things he's saying. Johnny, give us some shout outs.
I'll give a shout out to AJ. He keeps bringing it in the haha fuck you.
Loves it.
So I appreciate it. I think he has a streak of a month and a half going on right now, where he's gotten one every week, which is fantastic.
That's a fancy living right there.
I'll give a shout out to Scotty. The fact that he every week brings up a topic that we can talk about for the haha fuck you is fantastic.
Yeah.
Tireless
work.
And I'll give a shout out to the Face Off Hockey Scotch. Let's go for 3.
There we go. Love it. I will give a shout out to Jen. Been a tough week for her in finals, and then the whole cat thing today. So she's been doing good. So shout out to her. Shout out to the Maryland Black Bears. You know, is what it is. We would all prefer the Crabs, but here it is. We'll support them. We'll get all the swag and gear. At least I will, because I'm an ass, and I love that stuff. Yeah, that's about all I really have to shout out. There wasn't really much doing this week, so there's that. Shout out to our Patreons. Why not? Brian and Damon and Mark and Trista and Matthew and Ethan, Chris, Mitch, Angela, and Sean. Thank you guys very much. If you want to join up, patreon.com/faceoffhockeyshow. You can check it out there. Be good to go. Make it happen. And ta-da. But that's it. That's all. For Johnny P. Mark with the C, I'm Scotty Watts. Take care of yourself and someone else. Has been Face Off Hockey Show and faceoffhockeyshow.com, which I think is blogtalkradio.com/faceoffhockeyshow. I don't know. We have to talk to Sean. He's doing baseball. It's kind of weird to catch up with him. Face Off HCKY Show is our Twitter, and FOHS Radio is our Facebook. We'll go like us and subscribe and all that other fun crap there. But until next week, peace.
Not a product of the slums, never claimed to be one. I spit so hot I make your nerves go numb. Eardrums, beats are measured heavy in tons. Lipping these blunts between my fingers and my thumbs. Rely on the music, know you need to use it. Load it like a gun, take aim and just shoot it. Undisputed, I mix it up and then I fuse it. Rely on the music when nothing else will do it.